record. All right, welcome to episode 1, Pressing Issues podcast. That's the title that I decided on going with. It was either going to be Pressing Issues or going to be Pressing Topics. So I chose Pressing Issues. I mean,
fair.
Yeah. I'm
just here.
I'm Larry, and this is Rule. Rule's going to be a mainstay. She's going to be on the core team. Weekly. So, but yeah, Rule, you wanna get into it, dog? So,
sure.
What we got on the?
Put on my thinking cap.
What we got on the schedule for today? So, this past week, I believe it was this past week actually, that the Supreme Court struck down Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness program in its entirety.
Yeah.
Like it's done. And I want to get your thoughts on that first. Like I want to get your takes on it. Like what's your whole spill on it?
I have a lot of student debt. That would have been a huge game changer for me, and up until, a week ago I thought that it was gonna happen. It's like a false hope kind of situation.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was all for it.
Yeah, I am. Granted, I refinanced my home, and I was able to pay off all my student debt, but it really bothers me that a lot of the businesses that took advantage of the PPP loan were just able to get those loans with no strings attached, and they were paid off, and it was like no big deal. You know what I mean? Like I find that to be like really, like, I don't know, like very too. It just wasn't fair to me. I ain't like it.
Yes.
So
agreed.
What I think we need to do is talk to Joe Biden ourselves.
Okay.
We need to talk to him ourselves.
How do we get in touch?
We'll get in touch with him. I know people.
Okay,
I have my legal team.
Right. Yeah.
That can sue the executive branch of the government. We can sue him directly to make him take more action on this situation.
Ah, all right. I think that would work.
You think that would work? Okay.
Light the fire.
You got an envelope? You have
What?
an envelope?
Do I?
Yeah.
Is this a rhetorical question?
No, I just don't have an envelope.
Oh, I have Christmas envelopes.
Yeah. Send Christmas envelope to the president.
Yeah, dude. Christmas in July.
It's in the middle of July.
As the saying goes.
Jeez. But yeah, man, it made me feel bad, and it's like I'm not even in debt. It just made me like, I was just like what exactly is going on here? You know what I mean? So.
I mean, I think I'm not so beat up about it because deep down I kind of just assumed it wasn't gonna happen anyway. So I mean, hope for the best, prepare for the worst, type shit.
Yeah, I guess.
I still hate the government. So that hasn't changed.
Just shut this whole thing down. But
revolution.
A dry personal question, if you don't mind sharing.
Of course.
Very, very dry. All right.
Yes.
How much student debt are you in? You give an approximate number.
Okay, an approximate number. Okay, so me personally, in my own name, I've got about 44. However, in my mother's name, which I promised to pay back, like 111.
So
like 150, 160.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. I did not make good choices in college, granted, that's my bad, but still, that's a fuck ton.
That's another thing too, man. Like, and I believe we talked about this in Discord before, where it's like we're teenagers, right? And we don't have access to anything.
Yep.
We have access to nothing. And as soon as we turn 18 and we graduate high school, it really doesn't matter when you're 18. Like, as soon as we graduate high school, they're like, hey, what are you doing for the rest of your life?
Mm-hmm.
And we're like...
We fucked over.
Right? And they're like...
Because everybody talks shit about trade school, like it's not going to get you anywhere. But there are people in trade who make, 3 times as much as I do right now, and I have a degree.
Same.
It's...
Same.
Ugh.
My degree is in information technology, general concentration, and I literally hit the ceiling in my job, like or in my career. Like the amount of training that it would take for me to move up to do something else is honestly the whole thing's a joke. And then with the emergence of AI, like what does that mean for all the computer science majors?
Yeah. No, I got an education degree, so I'm a certified 1st through 5th and SPED teacher.
Okay.
So I have that. So I don't think I'm ever going to struggle to find work. I mean, obviously I have to fix some things before I ever think about being a teacher again.
Yeah.
Like being sober. I did my year-long residency. It wasn't for me. In the field I'm currently in, there's a lot of opportunity, and I can move up in the company without a degree. It's just the process of getting up takes forever.
Gotcha. Man.
This is my 4-year anniversary this week, and I got promoted in February for the first time.
Jeez.
So, yeah.
I gotta get you over to my company. We won't. I can't say the name, but I'll talk to you like off the grid about it, because dude, we have all kinds of like programs. Like we have a summer Friday, like every Friday in the summer is a half day. We get like promotions yearly under like a promotion system and all kinds of cool stuff. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm intrigued.
Please help. So, but yeah, man. They gotta do better by us. They gotta do better by us, I feel.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, the whole system was turned into a business, and preying on 18-year-olds with brand new fresh credit is the easiest way to make money off of us.
Basically, it's just like, hey, you're 18. Here's $100,000.
Go to school. Predatory.
And we're gonna slap an interest rate on this money that we're giving you.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's some programs out there that are like in the 2s, in the 3s, and it I beg to ask the question, like, how long will it take these people to pay this stuff off?
Their whole lives and then some. Like, that's generational debt.
Yeah. It's really something.
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell you kind of how I got out of it. And I mean, you're still pretty young. I mean, you could do this. But I went into the military and you're like, what?
I can't.
I'm
on antidepressants.
Oh, jeez, no. SSRIs, no. No, but I went to the military. I stayed in minimum of, I think you have to stay in like 3 years. I know that's for the GI Bill, but you go in, you do your time, and when you get out, you get what's called access to the VA loan. And essentially what the VA loan is you get a loan, but you don't have to pay any money down. I've had 3 homes.
Interesting.
And I've never had to pay a single cent down. Matter of fact, 2 of the houses, they paid us to move into the houses. Like,
okay.
Yeah. But what
Weird flex.
But what happened was rates went down during COVID, and we refinanced into those new rates because housing prices had shot up. So we ended up getting almost $100K out of the deal.
Oh my god!
And I was able to pay off my loans. I mean, it was painful. I was very sad. I was like, "Where did the money go?" But I was able to,
for the greater good.
Yeah, I was able to get out of debts and stuff. But like, I think it's crazy situations like that where if that didn't happen, if that wasn't available to me,
yeah,
I wouldn't have that wouldn't have happened. So, so yep.
Damn.
Deep.
No, I wanted to join the military at one point. I wanted to do Air Force.
All right.
That was right before I graduated high school, and I was very honest with the recruiter on the phone, and I said, "Yeah, I'm on antidepressants," and he said, "Can you get off of them?" And I said, "Let me call my doctor." And then she said, "No." So that went down the toilet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah,
can you stop?
God, you're right. Like, I shouldn't have said anything. My life would be completely different.
Because you probably could have gone in and taken your antidepressants, and they would have never thought anything differently.
Yeah, and then I almost did National Guard in college because, I mean, they go all around college campuses because student debt, and they offer to pay it off, but that's that 6-year contract. And I have commitment issues. So, no bueno.
Yeah, I did the 6, and I still got out early. They gave us the option to get out, and I was like, yes, I sure will.
For good behavior.
I was like, I'm out of here, dog. I can't do this anymore. So
I have a couple friends who did it. One of them is another pilot friend, and he was able to graduate early and then get with SkyWest pretty soon after. So yeah, it set him up nice, but he was built for that.
Pretty cool.
I'm too weak.
It's just walk in the door like
these little noodles can't do anything. There's no hope.
There's no hope. But listen, I'm on antidepressants. I have no hope, and my body's made of noodles. Can I please join the military? And they're just like,
I promise I won't steal your gun and kill myself.
Oh my god.
That was a bad joke.
You're good. This is an adult podcast here. So
yes.
Jesus. What do you know? What do you know about the war in Ukraine? What's your like level of knowledge on this topic?
I would say very Gen Z. I know as much as TikTok has told me.
Oh no.
So not a lot. Apparently the president of Ukraine's a baddie.
You said Zelensky's sexy, dude.
I don't make the rules, so just follow them. If TikTok says he's a baddie, he's a baddie.
Oh no.
Or that. That's really it. I guess the war is ongoing. In the first week of my knowledge of it, I was like very pro-Ukraine, but then the news stopped talking about it, so it fell to the back of my head.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. I love that answer. The media didn't cover it no more. Therefore, I'm not covering it anymore. I like that answer because it's still going on. It's still going on. And basically, I have no real. I have no side in this fight.
Yeah.
When Russia initially attacked Ukraine, I was watching a lot of the coverage that was happening then, and I saw a clip where there were some African people. Why are these guys in Ukraine? I don't know. But there were some African people, and they were literally like making these guys not be able to join, like to evacuate, basically.
Oh my God, I remember seeing a bunch of stuff like that.
Yeah. They were like, bro, you can go screw off somewhere. We're letting all the white folks in the train.
No, not a good look.
And the black people were like, I gotta go back to Africa. I'm here on work. Like, what's going on here? And ever since then, I was like, I don't care what country burns. They can let it go.
They can deal with it themselves.
I'm telling you.
I'm over here.
I know Ukraine is a big, huge wheat producer. For the world. Like, they are an agricultural powerhouse. I mean, I'm saying that loosely. So I could see why there would be some investment in not letting Russia take over this country and taking all those exports. But just recently, and I mean, this was just recently, okay? This a load. So, from what I've seen in reports, all right, Russia employs a mercenary group called Wagner. I believe it's Wagner, but we're gonna say Wagner because that's how it's spelled in the United States.
Wagner, yeah.
Wagner is contracted under the Russians, and what happened was Wagner is like they were fighting on the front lines in lieu of a lot of like Russian forces. All right. So out of nowhere, the CEO or president of the Wagner Group decides that enough was enough for whatever reason. He turned all his soldiers around, marched them back to Moscow. They're shooting fucking helicopters out of the sky and all kinds of stuff. And it was like full on, some people were calling it a coup. Like,
yeah.
It was crazy because like they had to go and get Putin out of the Kremlin. Like they like flew him out because of what was going on. And they were marching and everybody was like laughing and stuff. And the Wagner Group guy was basically like, we just want bullets. We just need ammo. Could y'all like treat us better? And it turns and it turns out that the person that the Wagner Group's CEO, his anger was against was actually like the defense secretary. It wasn't even Putin.
Yeah.
It was for another dude.
Like trying to get him in trouble or something.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
He got his wish because he got removed.
Hell yeah.
Got removed. So all the Wagner Group guys were like, okay, we're good, and went right back to Ukraine.
Awesome.
And I was just like, oh my god, dude. What is happening?
Baller move.
He just wanted some bullets.
I love it.
They just wanted vodka and bullets, dude. Like
dramatic as hell.
And I was just like, like I said, I have no player in this race. Like,
yeah.
If y'all want to fight each other, y'all can fight, as long as it doesn't devolve into something where we actually have to get along with. But you know what? In our student loan discussion, I missed that. Yeah. I missed that detail. Do you know how much money we've given Ukraine so far?
Probably a lot.
Guess a number.
At least. Okay, this is the best guess because I'm super zooted. At least 2 billion. Am I way off?
Go
I
up.
need to go higher.
Oh yeah.
20. 50. 70.
$74 billion. As the last time that I researched this, which was during the coup, I had to ask myself, how much money have we given these guys? And it would have been $74 billion.
Are we about to hit the debt ceiling or something? Like,
No, they raised it.
Oh, okay.
Every time we get close to the debt ceiling, they just raise the debt.
There's
ceiling,
some more on it.
Yeah,
Just keep going.
Make sure there's no issues there. Yeah, turn it off.
Bastards.
Yeah, I'm.
They
But
don't need my student loan money. I can keep my debt.
It's really crazy to me because like you can't even like forego like half of the debts that people have. Like just give us a little bit. I mean, you gave all the PPP money.
A crumb. Like just a little crumb, you know?
You just
I'm 30. Like, being starved, man.
Apparently the student loan thing was going to cost like $400 billion. So, I mean, I guess 75 billion is less than 400 billion.
Money isn't even real.
Birds aren't either.
No.
So birds aren't either.
That chicken I chased wasn't real.
That chicken was gone, dude. What was ridiculous was that the chicken you chased, it ran away and then it came back to the same spot. Like,
are you kidding me?
Uh-huh.
I'll be scoping out that little spot.
Just watching a chicken from your balcony.
I'll get him one day.
I've never in my life seen a chicken in the wild until Pensacola, Florida, dude. I've never seen anything like it. Like where do we live? I don't know.
Nature's beautiful.
I guess so, man. I have a weird mark thing on my eye. This was not here earlier today. This happened on the plane.
Is that a bruise? Did you get chicken punch?
Just getting my ass whooped on the thing. I don't know where this came from, but I look like I have I once had a prison tattoo. Like I had a
put a little
tear.
makeup on it.
Yeah.
No, I found my blue light glasses to hide my frog eyes.
Just take them off and your eyes are just like...
Dude, I mean, like... I can't.
Man. Your eyes are the same size.
No.
Get out of here.
They're so watery.
Lord. This is out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
But roll.
Larry.
Do you have anybody that's involved in swinger culture, dude? Have you ever known anybody to do it?
I have known people, yes. One of my... Oh, gosh, okay. Rule lore.
All right.
My ex-boyfriend and his wife were swinging in Australia. And I'm pretty sure my mom did for a little bit.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. And this is I think it's going to sound like slightly controversial.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that couples that swing are a step ahead of everybody.
Interesting.
Now, hold on. You have to be on another level of trust and communication
Mm-hmm.
to be able to dance with other people like that. I really do feel that you gotta be like, you really have to understand where sex and what level it plays in a relationship, especially as you get older.
Mm-hmm.
And things start to diminish. You know, you don't have the energy for it like you once had. And I kinda, as much as I like to pick on them, and as much as, you know, I think it's funny and stuff, part of me kinda respects people who are able to have that lifestyle, because, I mean, Rule, think about it. Well, actually, you don't have to think about it. Let's do another question.
Here we go.
Oh, I gotta get my seat ready. All right.
Let me close my drink. All right, I'm prepared.
Do you know what the average length of a sexual encounter is?
No.
Can you guess?
I feel like it's gonna be low. I feel like it's gonna be like less than 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So like 2, 3.
It is 3 minutes. The average length of a sexual. The average. So we're talking 7 billion people on Earth. All right. There's roughly more women than there are men. Whenever this happens, all right, men are finished. They're done. Around 3 to 4 minutes. That's the average length of time. So you have to ask yourself, right? What kind of relationship do you really have? Where after 3 to 4 minutes, now you're just there with this dude. All right.
Yeah.
He's sitting at the foot of the bed looking like Peter Griffin. You know what I mean? Like, he's a, you know, big wide man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, and he just, you know, he just wants to eat like ranch out of the bottle afterward or something like that. Like,
Ew.
this is like,
Oh my god.
like, this is the guy you're with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some people that are on this level of cope. All right.
Okay, yeah, my Aunt Mary. Yeah.
I know some people who are on this level of copium. So I think that people that can go and say, okay, sex is like, yeah, you know, I'm only supposed to have the same partner for, you know, ever. I don't know. I don't know. What's your take? What's your take?
I have opinions about this.
Go ahead. Shoot. Uh-oh. You about to whisper to me?
Not that it's a bad thing, but I mean, I think true, pure monogamy is impossible. I think there's always going to be an imagination. There's always going to be a wandering eye. And personally, to me, pure monogamy means there's none of that. Like, you literally like breathe for this one other person, and there's no room for anything else. But I think that's very, very rare. So personally, I don't think, like, at least for me, settling with one person immediately would never work. Like, I think everybody needs time to explore.
Yeah.
And, you know, and if that means making some hard decisions, I mean, it's life. We're here to live and learn, you know, not settle into an idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that a lot of people are stuck on what is expected of them from society. But I have a friend, and she will be left unnamed, all right? I have a friend right now that has been with her man for like 18 years, some crazy ass number. And she and him have a don't ask, don't tell policy. She straight up has another man that she goes and she sleeps with, and they have their thing or whatever. But at the end of the day, she comes back to the main person, and they don't talk about it. In their heads, they both know what's going on, but they carry on doing what every day-to-day relationship would be like. And if you were to see them on Facebook talking about, blah 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 blah, you would think they were just like any other couple, man.
That's pretty admirable, honestly.
Yeah. And she
you have
told
to be
me
a strong person to do that.
Yeah. And she told me, he's messing around with others too, but once they're together, they don't talk about it. I mean, he has to know, like, whenever she's gone for a whole weekend or something like that, that's what's going on. But when they, like I said, once they get back together, it just doesn't matter. And they carry on loving each other for the things that they love each other for. Some folks have to fill in the gaps that way.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, listen. The president had a side chick. The president had a side chick. Oh,
what a baddie!
I know you're Gen Z. Oh yeah, you're Gen Z, dude. You're familiar.
Am I?
You said you were.
I was making a joke.
Oh.
I don't know when the cutoff is. I've seen like 18 different cutoff times.
Me too. Yeah, me too. Honestly.
I was born in '97.
Oh. Are you familiar with Bill Clinton and the Monica Lewinsky scandal?
Yes.
Yeah. This guy was the president and had a side chick, but guess what? This man, 100 years later, is still with Hillary. They have absolutely. They're both done politically. Like, they're not into anything right now. They're just together still. They could have separated. They could have gone by their own business, and it wouldn't have made a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, Trump and Melania, that's a whole nother different thing. Right?
I don't even know what that is.
She's Amazon 2-day shipping. That's what that is.
That poor woman.
Lord Jesus.
That poor woman.
She looks so mad every time she comes out with him.
I'd be mad too. Like, yeah, she's rich as hell, but she's got to be married to him, and he controls her day in and day out life.
Trump's a billionaire too. Like, he doesn't have to be with this one. It reminds me of like that one couple from Modern Family. You know what I'm talking about? I've only seen a few episodes of the show, but it was
same.
Sofia Vergara, I think is her name.
Yeah.
And the guy who played Al Bundy on the Married with Children show, I can't think of his name either.
No, yeah, but I know who you're talking about.
I can look this up. I have the internet.
You do have Google.
Yeah. Oh, what's this guy's name? Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill.
Yeah, it was Ed O'Neill.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff. So, but yeah, that's what they remind me of. But
yeah, I can see it.
With all that being said, and this is another controversial topic that nobody wants to acknowledge, but to go on what you were saying, I don't think humans are monogamous. Just flat out. Flat out. They are not. And the only people that come close to it are butt ugly. These people are ugly. They're busted. They are happy to have the one person they do have. All right. But at the same time, those relationships tend to be like super unhealthy and
Oh yeah.
very obsessive and territorial in
Yes.
scope. And I'm not saying you got to go out and have like side chicks or whatever. It's not like you're going to go, pick up your car from Budget and the guy's like, hey, to keep your side chicks out of the car or whatever. I can't relate to that. But
Of course.
shut up. But yeah, I know that's a tough subject, a heavy subject that I think some people don't want to acknowledge, but it really is what it is.
Yeah.
Truly.
I agree.
So.
And like, in theory, like I fully support it in theory, but I know personally I am a deeply, deeply jealous person. So in practice, I think I would not handle it well.
Yeah. I think it's a very complex. That's why I think swingers are just. I think they're living it the best.
Yeah, like they've grown, they've learned how to get past their own like internal insecurities and jealousies and shit.
Yeah. Because think about it. I mean, really, honestly, like think about what goes into your relationship, whatever relationship you've had in the past. I'm married. I've been married for 12 years. I think about my relationship, okay? I can go and sleep with whoever. All right? I mean, no, I can't. But what I'm saying, no, hold me here. Hold on. hold on, man.
Julia?
Hold on. I can do that with somebody easily.
Mm-hmm.
And be done with it. But can I go and share finances with just anybody? Can I go and make big, huge, life-altering decisions with anybody? Mm-hmm. Can I go and do huge vacations and raise a family or do all this with just anybody? And I say, no, you can't. There's relationships are a partnership.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You froze. Oh, there you
Did
are.
I?
Yeah, no, you're back. You're back.
Hello. Okay, great.
Relationships are a partnership.
Yes.
And I think the swinger community understands what an actual partnership is. And then they understand what like everything else is. Like I think they seriously treat sex just for fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing. I think they just they get, or their understanding of it is that it's just for fun.
Yeah, okay. So this is okay, I can relate to this now. This is so strange. Okay. So it's with their concept and idea of intimacy. When you're younger, your idea of intimacy, at least, for most of us, I think, is like sex is super intimate. You're sharing your body with somebody versus like kissing, cuddling, hand holding. That's all very passive. It's just like you do that with your best friend,
Mm-hmm.
And so I was dating this older man. And this is the one who was married and they swung in Australia.
Oh, okay.
He told me, like, when we were dating, like, because it was long distance, he was still in California and I was in Louisiana at the time. And he was like, my wife and I are getting separated. We are still going to be living in the same space, in the same house, but in separate rooms. And then he asked me, he's like, are you comfortable with us still sleeping together? And I said, not really. Don't tell me about it. And he was like, fair enough. And so for a little bit, there was the don't ask, don't tell. Um, but I had a WoW friend fly in from Australia, and we would like hold hands and cuddle and shit. And when I told the boyfriend that, he like tore me to pieces. He would have rather had me slept with him instead of the other stuff, because to him that quality time and that like close, just skin to skin bonding was more intimate than just sex, because he had passed that threshold with his wife, and so sex to them was just an act. Like there was no emotion in it anymore to them. And so we broke up over that because neither one of us could understand the other's point of view.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, really, honestly, you really knocked it out of the park with what I was trying to say. Because, listen, like, there it is. Like,
Yeah.
true and real. Because you can, like I said, you can have sex with anybody, but when it's over, and it's just that person. All right, and let me explain this from a man's perspective. Okay, and I'm sure you know about this. I'm sure a lot of women have had a run-in like this, but there's a thing, and it's a real thing, and I wish I could look it up. I wish I need to honestly do research on it, because it's something all men experience.
Interesting.
It is called post-cum clarity. And basically what it is when sex ends, there's something about our souls that like lift up from our body, and we're like, we see things almost completely different. If something was wrong beforehand, it is certifiably wrong after. And we sit there and we'll like make decisions on how we're going to improve as a person and all kinds of stuff. It's been said that if men didn't have post-cum clarity, we would be too powerful.
Oh.
This like shit. Like this is God's way of nerfing us, dude. It's like if God was Bobby Kotick and he just came down, or he's Ian Hazzikostas and he just gave us a nerf hammer, man. Because that's the thing, right? A woman that we want to be with, a woman that a man actually wants to be with, if he wants to hang out after that clarity hits, he wants you. But
fair.
When that clarity hits and he does not want to be with you, and he already had the sex or whatever, he's going to be trying to get up out of there. He's going to see you later.
Yeah.
Got a blast. And
so fun.
And sometimes it comes off, and it comes off as very douchebaggish, you know, like it's not a flex by any means. I wish that a lot of men would, like, instead of like just trying to hop directly into bed, they would like try and get to know the person a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not laughing, if you're not having a good time or clowning around with the person and y'all are actually getting along and stuff, I don't know. I also think that women shouldn't, because of the post-cum clarity thing that I just mentioned, I think women should like stop having one night stands with men. Like, I think men should have to wait at least like 3 or 4 occasions.
Yeah.
I think it should be like a true trial period and stuff, because sex as an action is give and take.
Yeah.
Women have to give their bodies, you know, to these goofballs. And then here comes Mike. You know, Mike works at Jiffy Lube.
My ex-boyfriend.
No.
The The New Yorker.
Oh God. Did he really work at Jiffy Lube?
No, I think he was trying to get a job at the post office.
Oh no.
You can never find this video.
No one's watching. It's okay. we're just doing this for fun. But yeah, this was a good topic. I didn't expect.
This one's fun.
I thought we were just gonna throw some jokes at the swinger community, but but this turned out to be pretty neat. So
yeah.
But yeah, we're kind of getting up there in time. I was trying to do like a 30 and 45.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I know we had some extra stuff on the top of it. I think we talked a lot with the few that we did.
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah. I think this was a good first one.
This one was fun.
Yeah, man. We'll do this
cool beans.
We'll do this every Sunday. I'll make it go ahead and slap and premiere Monday morning so people can, listen to it like while they're working if they want to and stuff. So but yeah.
Fun.
You got anything else you want to say for I turn us off?
I don't know.
Closing remarks.
There's a lot to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. ABC, always be crocheting. I don't know. It was corny as hell. I'm sorry. I'm going to hell. Don't look at me.
You're good, dude. You're good. That's a great way to sign off. But yeah,
excellent.
We'll be back next Monday.
Monday.
We record on Sundays.
Yes.
But we'll go and I'm gonna edit the video here real quick, and then I'll make it to where it releases on Mondays for folks to listen to. So every Mondays. That's what I'm gonna try. So
huge.
All right, Roll. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, this was fun.
Cool. Well, be back next week.